Captain Mathematics, and I'm here to take you on an algebraic voyage. My goal today is to help you pass the CAHSEE. Repeat after me. CAHSEE, I will pass thee. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm ready for some math. Today's topic: solving two-step linear equations. All right, ladies and gentlemen, so here is the question of the day. If you can answer yes to being ready for an algebraic voyage, then here we go. So last week we reviewed a topic that we had already went over in class, but this week is a brand new topic. If you remember Captain Mathematics giving you the two fingers, today we're going to be working on solving two-step linear equations. So let's take a look here. Let's move this out of the way. And I'm going to work on problem number 1 today. My goal is to teach you how to pass the exit exam in less than 10 minutes. So let's get started. Make sure you have your pens, pencils, and worksheet out. I'm going to give you a couple seconds here to get that ready, and then we'll move on. Alright, so first thing, I want you to cross out where it says graph the solution. We're not going to be working on that today, and you're probably not going to see that on the exit exam. What I want to focus on is solving this equation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to move it over here so that we can all see it a little bit better. And I'm going to rewrite the equation. So it's negative 12 is greater than x minus 7. I'm going to pause for a second and let everyone write that down. Okay, so here we go. Now, when working with a two-step linear equation, the main goal is to always get the x or whatever letter is in the problem all by itself at the end. So what you need to do is you need to look at your letter and see what number is seated right next to it. So in our problem, it's a 7. Now, the next step you need to do is take a look at the symbol that is next to your number. So in this problem, it's a minus sign. Now what you need to do is, I'm going to move this paper here so you can see what I did. You need to write down the opposite sign of what you have in your problem. So we had a minus sign here, so I'm going to draw a plus sign down here, and then you need to bring down your number. So I have a minus 7 up here, and then my first step is to write a plus 7 underneath it. Now, when I was a kid, my mom told me that the golden rule is to treat others the way you want to be treated. Well, when solving a problem like this, the main golden rule is what you do on one side, you do to the other. So I had a plus 7 on this side of the equation. Now I'm going to write a plus 7 over here. And now I'm really close to getting that x by itself. So I'm going to give everyone a couple of seconds to write down these steps on their worksheet. Okay, now a minus 7 and a plus 7 cancel each other out. So now I'm going to bring down my x, which is my main goal. I always want to get my letter, or it's also called a variable, by itself at the very end. I have my little shark mouth here. I'm going to bring that down. So the last thing you need to do in a two-step equation is to solve this. Negative 12 plus 7. So I'm going to give everyone a couple of seconds to think that over in their head. Once you have that answer, you can write it down right here. Alright, so if you worked this equation out in your head, or if you wrote it down on a sheet of paper, negative 12 plus 7 equals 5. And now you are totally done with this equation because you have your x, also called your variable, all by itself. So if you can follow a couple of basic steps here, you're that much closer to passing the exit exam. So our answer here is 5 is greater than x. And remember, if you have any questions, tweet me at Franco Love to Teach, and I will answer all of those questions within minutes.
Well, passengers, I hope you've enjoyed this algebraic voyage. And remember, the California High School exit exam will be given on May 14th and 15th in Mr. Franco's classroom. That means that we only have 10 days left to study. And remember, that's 10 days until the CAHSEE. Remember, folks, repeat after me. CAHSEE, I will pass thee.